Welcome to my channel, Fitness with Kat. My name is Kat Niblis, and I am coming at you today or this evening with this week's movement of the week. I know last week the video said movement of the day, but these videos are kind of time consuming to make, and I like to make them the best that I can. So we're gonna shift that over to movement of the week so I can put more time into making these videos exactly what you want to see. So what is today's movement of the week? And it's actually twofold. So today we're going to talk about two of my absolute favorite core exercises, because that's kind of a muscle group that we haven't really covered yet. We've covered the push-up, we've covered the burpee, we've covered the kettlebell swing, and we've covered squats. So that's a pretty good mixture of the rest of the body. But that core is just so important that we just simply can't not touch on it. And two of the exercises that I really incorporate into my training as far as really stabilizing that core are going to be the plank, simple old plank, and this exercise called Deadbugs. Now both of these are really great core stabilizers and really help you to engage that deep layer of your core called the transverse abdominis. If you didn't know, your core has layers to it. So your rectus abdominis is going to be those six-pack muscles that you see on top. But there's a whole different layer to that core that is really what is helping to hold your body upright, what you're really engaging when you're doing any of your lifts, and what you're really engaging during day-to-day activities, okay? So the stronger your core, the less back pain you're going to experience, the heavier lifts you can manage without that weight belt, and I mean, who doesn't want a six-pack, okay? So stay tuned, and we're gonna get right to it. All right, Fit Fam, we're back. We are here to talk about the plank. Okay, so the plank, really awesome exercise. It's very modifiable and really challenging, okay? Because really what we're working when we talk about the plank, we are working different muscles in the core to stabilize your body so that it's got that nice flat line from your head all the way down to those toes or those knees, whatever's going to be on the floor, okay? And you're not going to dip down those hips or pike those hips up. Then you're also stabilizing so that your back is nice and safe, and you're really stabilizing so that you're holding your hips steady so they're not shifting back and forth. And it's that isometric exercise that really holds those muscle fibers in place, right? So they need to be working both that eccentric contraction, so that lowering, and that concentric contraction, so that raising or coming to the top of that movement, okay? So here is some things to keep in mind about the plank. When you are in the plank position, whether you are in a high plank or a low plank, whatever point is on the ground is directly underneath those shoulders. So we will go over the high plank first. We are here, right? So we're in that push-up position is basically what it looks like, okay? So again, we've really engaged that core. Our hands are stacked directly underneath our shoulders, and we are just going to hold for 30 seconds until you can work up to a minute, and then keep doubling from there. Now, if you are going to drop down to those elbows, they are also going to be stacked directly underneath those shoulders. You can have your hands facing each other, touching the ground, up in the air. It doesn't really matter as long as you are stationary here. So again, we're not piking the hips up. We're not dipping the hips down. If you need to rest during a plank, touch one knee down, bring it back up, switch knees. That way you're still engaging your core and still working this movement. Okay, so when I speak about the plank, what I think you should do is anywhere from 3 to 4 rounds of 30 seconds to 3 minutes of that plank. Okay, now there are tons of variations of that regular plank, but that's for another video on another day. Our second core exercise here is the dead bug. Now, the dead bug seems kind of silly, okay? And I say that because of the way it looks. But I promise until you try it, it will look that way, but it's not that way. It is hard, especially if you do it correctly. Form on this one is very important. So we are going to come down into the starting position, which is here, like a dead bug. Okay, you have your shins parallel to the floor, your arms straight up in the air. Again, your hands stacked over the shoulders this time. Now, alternating dead bugs, you are going to extend one leg out, okay, and the opposite arm out above your head. Now, what I want to make sure that you are doing, and I think you can see it better if I am square with the camera, is making sure during this movement that you have tucked your pelvis under ever so slightly so that your lower back is married to that floor. Okay, so arms up over your head, over the shoulders, shins parallel to the floor. This is important. Okay, you will keep the arm that is not working stationary right over those shoulders. Okay, so extending the right leg out and the left arm. My right arm does not move, my left leg does not move, and my back is married to the floor still. Okay, then bringing them together, again, keeping that back nice and tight to the floor, excuse me. Okay, and then you're going to alternate, and I would say doing 10 to 12 of these per side for 3 rounds. Okay, keeping that core nice and engaged the whole time. Dead bugs, everyone. As you extend the arm and the leg, you are to exhale. That's really going to engage that transverse abdominis. So, inhale, exhale. Inhale, bringing it back to the top. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Really engaging that core. You are engaging your upper abs, your lower abs, and that deep layer of core, especially when you take those deep breaths, and remember to exhale fully. So, that today is the movement of the week. In this case, the movements of the week, that plank and that dead bug. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you. Come check out my website, www.catnibbliss.com, and sign up for personal coaching, one-on-one, or I have virtual fitness classes, and right now, signups are totally open for October classes. So head on over there and check it out. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Cat Nibbliss. Catch you on the flip side.